all set?
All set, pal. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm sweating. It's warm in here, folks. Very, very warm. And I'm starting to get a wee bit stinky.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. Anyway, Alan, thanks for joining 100% LCFC TV.
No problem. It's always a pleasure, Phil.
Thank you again. We are here to have a little chit-chat about the up-and-coming match, which is see Leicester play Southampton.
Yeah, it is. I'm looking forward to it, Phil. As will all the lads, as will the manager, and all the supporters as well. Another home game, which I feel, if we can get 3 points out of it, and I'm quite sure we can, I think we might be safe with 2 games in hand, which would be lovely, because then we can all relax, and the players can relax, and well, they won't want to relax, like they want to keep on winning.
Yeah.
But our future in the Premiership's then assured.
I would think if we did beat Southampton and get 3 points, I would think then the Sunderland game, for me, as long as we don't lose that, I know it's a bit of a funny one to say it's a mustn't-lose game, but I think if we were to go and pick a draw up against Sunderland, I think that could be it. But Southampton won't be an easy game.
No, absolutely not, Phil. Got some very, very good players. Koeman, the manager's brought in some very, very good players. But the thing is, when you think about it, they lost about 3 or 4 players in the summer.
Yeah.
And I think they brought in about £80 million for all the sales. So he's had plenty of money to spend, But he's brought these players in. But I think Southampton have got to the end of the season. I think they're running out of steam a wee bit. They're just dropping out of the European place. They've always been in that top 6 normal. I think they're 7th now. So I think they're just starting to feel it a wee bit. So it doesn't matter anyway, Phil. It doesn't matter about Southampton. It's what we do. That's the important thing.
Yes, indeed. And I mean, what do you think he'll stick with the same sort of team, Alan?
Yes, I think so. But I think if Andy King's fit, I think he might bring Andy back in. But it'll be a big decision to leave Matty James out, because he gave I would call his performance on Saturday as extremely working-like. He never stopped. He put his body and his shoulder in, chased back, he'd covered players, he did everything. Wasn't always pretty to watch, and maybe never caught a lot of people's eye. But manager's got a nice problem now. He's got a team that's scoring goals and a team that's keeping clean sheets.
He has. I mean, Alan, as a former Leicester City number 9, what's it like seeing the current Leicester City number 9?
Do you want me to tell you the truth?
Yeah.
Right. I'd love to play with him. I would love to play with him. I played with a similar player, Gary Lineker.
Yeah.
Right. I think Gary was maybe just a wee bit quicker than Jamie. But Jamie's so quick and so workmanlike. I would have been good for him. I was good at holding the ball up. I was good at finding my other striker. I was good at setting balls up that went wide and came in the box. And partnerships in teams, your midfield two are a partnership, your strikers are a partnership, your 2 centre-backs are a partnership, your right back and your right wingers are a partnership, all over the pitch. And with Jamie, and I think I see things in him I get a wee bit frustrated with, because I think he can get even better. A wee bit of composure and maybe a trick or two when everybody, a bit like Kramaric. Kramaric has got that trick where he sends the whole crowd for a cup of tea sometimes.
Yeah.
When he makes the shoot and he doesn't. And then he makes the shoot again and he doesn't. So the defender's wanting to go that way, he doesn't know what he's going to do. Sometimes I think Jamie needs that little trick. But I would love to play with him. That's the biggest compliment I can pay.
He had one of those games. I mean, the fans just love people who try.
Yeah.
They love people who put in.
You can't criticise if somebody tries.
But he's putting in 110%, and everybody can see that. Much as yourself used to do.
I used to chase full-blacks and everything. I know I used to get into trouble for not staying up the pitch, and chasing people and kicking people and all that. And that's why I've got dodgy knees. But no, it's not about me. But I was a 100% player. I gave everything I could until it's no longer possible. And that was me. That was my nature. I hated losing. I hated the opposition. I hated referees. I had to win. I had to exert my team, my teammates. And the lads now seem to be getting that kind of, that togetherness again. Lovely word, that, togetherness.
Yeah.
Lovely word. Remember it. But I do think, they're all linking up in that now, and there's help, there's support. If somebody's... Jock said to us once, if you're in a nightclub and your pal's getting jumped on by some loony, what are you going to do? Well, we're going to go and help him. This is what's the same on the football pitch. If your pal's in trouble, go and help him. And I think we've got that all over the pitch now.
Yeah, they certainly seem to be all playing for each other. I think they have been all season, to be fair. I don't think anything too dramatic's happened recently.
I think just that bit more belief that winning brings, good results brings. It boosts your confidence. It makes you feel better. Jamie Vardy's going on that pitch, loving it, absolutely loving it, playing with carefree abandon. And defenders, I tell you what, he's like you have to swat up like wasp when Jamie's around, So.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only thing, and I'm going to be critical, he did have chances against Newcastle where you think, just bang one of those in, because we wanted him to score for himself.
You're desperate.
Really. We want him to get the goal.
Yeah, you want Vars because he deserves it. The amount of work he puts in, your reward is either a win or goals.
Yeah.
Your reward is a win and goals, because you score 2-3 goals and you lose, and it's pointless.
Yeah.
But everybody in the crowd is going to go absolutely even more mental when Jamie scores on Saturday.
Yeah, against Southampton.
Southampton.
Let's hope he does. What are you going to give us a score prediction this week, Alan?
No, I'm not going to give a prediction. I'm going to say we're going to win now. So that means we'll score more goals than them. Whether it's 1-0, 2-1, 3-1, 3-2. We're scoring goals, we're creating chances, and we're looking pretty solid at the back. Newcastle United hardly troubled us. I don't really want to dwell on them, but they were poor. They gave up, and that's not like Newcastle United. But we were very, very good. We take that form into the Southampton match. As I said earlier, they've got good players, but hey, we're flying.
Absolutely. I mean, they went away to Sunderland, one of our relegation rivals, and
very poor performance. I watched it. Very poor performance by two teams. Really, I didn't. The both of them. I think the only thing about that Sunderland have really got going for them is their crowd, because if they do get behind them, they do get behind them. Yeah, absolutely. But the thing about that as well, Phil, if we go there and we go 1-0 up, they'll turn.
Yes,
they'll turn big style, and they'll be leaving the ground at half time.
Yeah,
Do
you think? I mean, Alan, often you hear in the media people saying, teams like Southampton, 3 games to go, not much to play for. They've got half an eye on where they go on the summer holidays. Is that a load of nonsense as a football player, or is it? Or actually, in somebody like Southampton's position, could people be a bit like, well?
Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to name the personnel, but I know players that I've played with. Not at Leicester City. I've had players that I've played with in the last game of the season, pull a hamstring.
Before the match, or?
No, after the match, or during the match. Yeah. Go down as though they've been shot. And all summer, they get paid in insurance because they're insured, and they get paid all summer until the next game's played in the next season. And so they claim, it's like a personal insurance board, the combined company in America or something like that. As I know certain players who've got injured and they've collected a lot more money all through the summer, even though there's nothing wrong with them.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago. I'm not saying it goes now, but no. Players no. I think when the season's over, the last ball's been kicked, it's either relief or it's joy and ecstasy.
Yeah.
And I would think that the lads will be off to Thailand, whether they like it or not.
Well, the Leicester lads will, yes.
But by the way, they get treated like kings there last time. They'll be off to Thailand, I expect. Then they'll be off in their jollies. Come back. Manager will be busy through the summer, we hope. And they'll be getting ready for next season in the Premiership. Again,
another season there. And we'll be a lot stronger there.
Absolutely.
A lot stronger.
I think we've learned. I think the lads have learned what's required. It took a wee bit for the penny to drop maybe, but they're playing without fear again. And do you know, Phil, it's lovely to watch. It's lovely to watch my team playing that well and looking as though they're enjoying it. Watch when we score a goal, everybody goes. I'm jealous. I wish I was out there with them.
It's a nice place to be in when we're absolutely gagging for the next game to come round. it's going to be a shame that there's only 2 more home games going. It really feels like the stadium's revved up, as we've talked about in previous videos. The atmosphere's been absolutely sensational with all Leicester fans back in the team.
Clackers.
Clappers.
Clackers. No, the clackers, Phil. They have made a massive difference, yeah. And as you say, you get to the end of the season, it's what we're going to do.
Well, luckily we're not there yet. We've got 3 massive games to go through, so lots more to look forward to, Alan. And hopefully in the next video you're going to be talking us through your team for Saturday.
Oh yeah, we're going to have a wee bit of fun
on the tactics board.
I'm going to pick the team, right, that I think will play against Southampton, but I'm going to maybe do it in the style of the late and great Mr. Jock Wallace.
So that's something very much to look forward to. So stay tuned. Catch up with us on 100% LCFC TV. So, Alan, once again, thank you very much for joining us.
You're welcome.
We'll see you soon.